dad
You haven't
also
been live
has.
this entire time.
No, I haven't been.
What? Excuse me.
Well, I need a monitor.
My dog
every
is
time I have
sad.
A second screen. It's a nightmare.
What are you using, Brent?
Little blue Yeti.
Oh, okay.
For
Like the
those
cooler?
who were, we weren't live yet, but there was a whole. Oh shit!
I thought you were. It looked like for a second there you're holding up your coffee urn or something. You're bringing it like I'm speaking to my Keurig, and I'm like, that's really weird.
All right, I may have to go get my dog.
Oh,
She's,
no.
I loaned out my
He's sad.
interface,
They're
which
back.
was just a horrible idea.
Yeah.
That is a terrible idea.
Hey, speaking of which, Jeremy, how do I get your drums back to you? Or do you have a place to put them back with you?
Oh, you still have them? They're not at Tony's. That's right.
Yeah, they got moved to my garage, and now I'm moving out. So.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask you about all those boxes.
Oh,
Are you-
yeah.
You're moving?
Yeah. Well, either that or this is where I'm storing all my hookers, my dead hookers.
We
No,
are live.
I'm moving out. That's fine.
We are live.
This is where I'm keeping the dead hookers.
You
we
finally
go.
coming, Austin?
Oh, yeah, you moving
The
to
Home
Texas?
Depot boxes.
No, I'm moving it to my brother Danny's for a pinch.
I can't
So he's in
Oh, shit,
Torrance.
that's-
So yeah, I'm getting out of this
I'm
one
sure
horse town.
salt.
My
Here we go.
lease is up in October.
Oh,
So
it's already there.
instead of keep
Gotcha.
paying this exorbitant rent, I'm going to move out.
Yeah, you don't need the extra space anymore, right?
No, I don't. So and it's at that point it's really expensive. Yeah, so I'm going to move into one of Danny's spare bedrooms and give him some money.
Okay, and we're live.
So yeah, I need to clear out my garage and
Oh, okay. Well, I'll take them back.
okay.
Yeah.
Aren't
I
you
got a bunch of
moving
microphone stands. If you want, I basically need to get rid of all my possessions.
Jeremy, when are you moving?
Out of my apartment or to Texas?
Out of your apartment.
Yes.
Like you're the one who has
Out
the
of your
most
apartment.
like reason to get the fuck out of that
And
place.
Texas.
Well, I don't know. The times and days keep changing. I don't know. I just can't nail down anyone else who wants to move out. Actually, to be quite honest, that's the biggest problem. Is just
Ah.
finding someone to move out with.
Yeah.
Also, it is really expensive. Like, I was trying to move out with my buddy and his wife into a townhome. That was a plan for a while.
Oh, yeah.
But people are literally waltzing in and offering 6 months rent up front, like to most of these landlords, and I can't compete with that.
Yeah.
That's weird.
So you know,
In Orange
these
County?
are yeah, they're like Tustin or like all in Orange County. We'd go this like happened 3 different times. We'd look at a townhome and they'd be like, "Oh, you guys sound great, but honestly, there's the people who were just here before you that they offered 6 months rent up front." I'm just like, well, okay. I mean, I don't blame you. Go with them, I guess. I can't do that.
How about 1 month's rent? Now what,
Yeah.
bitch?
How about first and last?
How
And
about
pretty please?
2 weeks rent?
So that's part of the problem. But
Damn.
yeah, so I'm here. I feel like this is just purgatory.
But then you won't have any of those cool
You're gonna
parties.
end up in purgatory if you stay at that apartment for too much longer, man. I don't like the stories I've been hearing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
the gunfights and the all that. shit.
actually, that shit doesn't bother me as much.
This fucking
That's
guy.
not even what bothers me. I just want new roommate.
Fair enough.
I can handle drive-by shootings, but drive-by shootings don't, fuck up.
all night parties and with the neighbors.
Well, I'm an old man now. That's the problem.
Welcome.
And I have a hard time staying up past like 10:30 now.
Make it that far.
And it's only getting worse. It's only going downhill from now.
This is what happens when you have like a real job too, Then you start getting tired.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing, I went from working all these late nights to like a regular 7 to 3, 9 to 5 kind of situation.
Yeah.
So those mornings are brutal. And so I have to, like, I'll look at the clock and be like, I don't even have a choice. Do I want to suffer tomorrow?
Yeah.
So I go to bed on time.
I remember I used to just not go to sleep when I had to open at that coffee shop.
It was easier. Yeah, it was easier.
Oh, good old days.
That's horrible.
No
You
thanks.
can just forego sleep That's youth right there.
Well, if you were hungover enough, Sean would send you home early and give you a raise. So
God damn it, Ben. It's still
Nowadays, I just make sure I take a nap during lunch.
God damn it, Brent.
Great.
Oh yeah,
I love it.
Yeah. All you have to do is walk over to your couch.
Oh, Dan, I have a question for you about the Focusrite.
I have an answer.
I hope you do. So, if I plug my guitar into it, then I get monitoring. Like it'll play through the speakers. If like Logic's not open or anything, I just get like clean sound from the active pickups.
Yep.
But I don't get that with my microphone, and it would be very valuable for my microphone because I'm so fucking loud because I can't hear myself.
Turn your direct. You use which one are you
I
using?
also have a Focus, right?
Yeah, there is a monitor.
I think that's the
knob.
same one that I have.
The Claret 2 Pre.
The direct
No,
monitor
I know, but
switch,
the
just turn it
monitor
on.
knob, the monitor knob just turns up the volume for me.
There's a giant
You
one.
have your
And then there's
direct-
like a smaller knob.
Yeah, there's a giant knob, and then there's a smaller. Well, there's two smaller knobs for input one or output one and output two.
Well, that's your gain. That's different there.
True.
Do you,
No.
do you not-
There's the two gain knobs for the two inputs, and then there's the monitor, and then for like these headphones,
And then the
there's a
headphone one.
separate monitor knob, and if I turn that up, it just turns up the volume of my computer. It doesn't turn up anything.
This is the big monitor knob for me.
Yeah. And then the one to the right of that for us, that would be the smaller monitor knob that I'm talking about for my headphones.
Yep. Yeah. That's right.
So
That's
the
correct.
thing is if you're using your Focusrite as an output device, it's going to use that headphone jack as your output.
So why does it work with input two? Isn't that weird?
No. It's just mics are very quiet when they're monitoring. Like even this mic has active monitoring, and it's just very, very quiet. So I have to turn everybody up so I can hear.
Let me try something. Actually,
On this week's episode, if we like this, troubleshooting
troubleshoot.
the Focus
with microphones.
Why the fuck can I not be heard? Well, now I can't.
Well,
hear you.
I think you talk quiet too.
check. Oh, there we go. Oh my
Ben?
god, I can hear me too. Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just plugged it into input two. I don't know why I never thought of that.
Okay, that's weird because both of my inputs monitor. So
No,
I wonder if
I
one of those
guess-
is just.
It might be broken. I
Maybe,
guess.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's possible.
Do
I think
you,
this thing is used.
Huh.
Hmm.
Interesting. Because usually monitoring won't work for me until I have unless I use direct monitoring or Logic.
Yeah.
I usually monitor with Logic, but it's really annoying that my guitar, because I've been recording stuff again, and it's really annoying that my guitar both monitors like from the Focusrite and from Logic, because like everything just has this like clean tone supplanted over the top of it.
You got to turn off your direct
Oh.
monitor switch.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, but that requires me like futzing with the back of this thing. Fuck that.
Wait, how old
mine's
is
on the
yours?
front.
Yeah, so's mine.
His is
Neener,
newer than
neener.
mine. His is newer than mine.
Really? I got the
I
same
don't
one you
have
got,
any-
Danon.
I have
Then
phantom
that's-
power. That's it. There's no other switches on this thing.
You have no other buttons on that thing?
Nope. I have a bunch of knobs, but no buttons.
Weird.
Does that mean you have an older one or a newer one? That's weird.
This is like the newest one. This is like
Oh.
2019 or something.
Do you even have line
there's no-
instrument knobs? Switches?
What does that mean?
I guess not. Wow, interesting.
Yeah, because mine has line instrument, like same as Danon's.
Yeah.
It's got
And
your
Ben's
level knobs on
is
front.
definitely his is like several years newer than mine.
Oh,
Maybe it's just all on the
Huh.
back for some weird reason.
it's probably all in the back. They probably realize that nobody uses that shit.
I use it all the
I
time.
use it.
I literally use
I
it every
have
time I
a-
record.
Well, you
I
guys
have
are wrong.
the mobile pre
Well.
2-channel interface, and it has phantom power and a monitor knob. And
Yeah.
that's it.
Simple. Nice. Okay.
Simple plug and play.
What do you
Yeah,
rocking,
well, thank
Doug?
you for.
Currently, I have nothing.
Nice. No, Doug. I want to know what Doug's
Oh.
rocking. What's your
What?
input situation?
I plug this microphone in, I plug that camera in, and it works.
It does work.
Nice. Yeah. But
So, well, I bought the snowball that you recommended.
Oh, look at
Oh,
that
nice.
thing.
That's
haven't
I
seen
like
that
those
before.
snowballs.
Those are awesome.
Now I just need to get another one.
and then put them in.
That's also blue,
like a
right?
little
Put them in
net.
the chair. They're both blue.
Nice. So we got blue.
Yeah, I've got one blue ball.
Nice.
I laughed harder at that than I should have, but that was funny.
I like how Ben's got this nice, like, old timey sepia tone. Did you put this on?
Yeah,
because
what's
we
going on,
had,
bro?
We watched an Old West movie.
Yeah.
No, you know what? It just looks cool because I'm in color, but I found this color on my monitor that like makes it look sepia. So this is like organic sepia from the lighting.
Nice.
Huh.
Yeah, it
That's
looks
cool.
cool.
Yeah.
Organic sepia.
Ooh.
There's a band name.
There's a,
Plain
That's a
Lingering.
great
Wow.
band name. Can we be organic sepia, Dan?
no
Now say that you'll fight like lions.
line. So we
I
watched.
get that.
I
I get that quote now.
So we watched the Three Amigos, which is something I've been wanting to watch again for a long time, but I always forget. So this is a great
Did we?
opportunity.
Did we watch it?
Or did we watch Three Musketeers? We did a lot of tripping. But yeah, so I wanted to. We haven't done a comedy on this show at all, ever. So
I guess
figured
that's
this-
true, huh?
This is a good comedy.
Not a
starter.
straight up comedy. Yeah.
Yeah. So who hasn't seen this movie before? We watched it. Was it just Jeremy? Okay.
I mean,
Am
I've
the
seen
one
it
who'd never
before,
seen it
but this is like I was very young when I first saw this movie, so like this is the first time I really understood what was happening.
I might have caught like a segment of it on cable. Back in
It's
the
a
day.
pretty, I mean, it's a pretty old fucking movie at this point.
Yeah,
I was
like
in-
I think they used to run
was
it
in-
on one of those channels.
HBO. or something.
AMC.
I was in
Yeah.
third grade when this came out, so it's
Jesus.
a pretty old fucking movie.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't
86.
feel old though. Like it
Wasn't
doesn't
third
feel
grade.
like a movie from the 80s to me.
Really?
It feels a little more modern than that. Yeah.
Well, I
You were
think-
8 in 86, Daryl?
Yeah.
Oh,
Huh?
okay.
Wait, what?
Wait, let me think about. I don't know. So
Yeah.
maybe I
It
was
was
in
80.
fourth
It
grade.
was 86.
So maybe I was in fourth grade. I don't know. It was one of the grades. I was quite young. You gotta remember, Doug. I was 8 for
One
like
of those
8
grades.
years.
Apparently.
What does that mean?
No, I think you were in junior high.
I just don't
In
know anybody's
86?
ages these days.
Maybe I was.
Yeah, you'd be like what?
Oh, I'm thinking of
13?
Crocodile Dundee.
13
I
or
was in
14.
third grade for that.
Of course you were.
How do you mix Crocodile Dundee up with Three Amigos?
This is me. We're talking about.
This is Daryl.
Yeah,
Hello?
I'm dumb.
No, you
Hello.
would have been about. Oh yeah, no, Doug's right. I'm
Yeah,
before
about
that.
13, 14.
Yeah,
So, anyways,
I think I just discovered my dick.
Third grade.
Wow.
See, everybody knows. Y'all got silent. Like, what's he mean?
Oh,
Everyone
I'm
knows.
sorry.
when they
Daryl is
discovered their
correct.
dick.
He
I just
was
didn't
13
know.
or 14 and in the third grade.
Mhm.
Oh,
Thank
This
you.
is like his
Ah.
fifth or sixth
See?
time.
See,
That was
So-
my
Wow,
my
makes
sixth
sense.
time around.
Just clarification.
that makes a
I
lot
think-
of sense.
I think they just passed me at that point just to get me on. I went from third grade to junior high, just like
You
that.
were in third grade until George Bush passed the No Child Left Behind Act, and then you were
Mhm.
like, "Oh, I'm finally
about time. Every year I was praying for that. act.
George Bush. That timeline's funny.
All right, there you go. There's your political humor for the day.
yeah. Well, you know, this is a.
Did he pass it?
No.
That's not like something George Bush
That's even
would have
better.
even fucking cared about.
I think that was it
That's a
not.
good
Who
point.
was it?
Read my lips. Oh, that was his thing. Is just read my lips.
I thought it was Bill
don't know.
Clinton. Because that
Sounds
was
like a-
that was
that
one
sounds
of
like a Bill
Hillary. That was
Clinton.
one of Hillary's things back when she was a woman. So, or first lady.
Back when she was a woman.
Is anybody gonna
Yeah, I
inquire?
can't do more than one thing at a time.
What?
I can't.
Yeah,
do more than
whatever,
one thing at a
Doug.
time.
Whatever.
when
You went
Hillary
from
was a
third
woman.
grade to fourth grade, and look at you.
The Waters
Really
family's
funny.
just we're just right.
Fool
with
me
intelligence.
once.
You guys are crushing it.
Yeah, we're doing
Yeah.
good, you know. You don't
No,
have to be
2001. That would have been Bush.
Okay.
Boom.
Well, they talked about it, but anyway.
correct. There you go.
I know my politics
They all
clearly.
look,
know you're-
they all
I
look
know.
the same.
I know my George W. Bush era.
I can tell you,
Only
regardless
good
of
policies that
that
period of
fast as
time.
it, they left me behind. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, they were.
Unapologetically too. I hope.
Yeah, I think I just showed up to school and they're like, "What are you doing here?" I'm like, "I don't know." And they're like, "Didn't you pass?" I'm like, "I don't know." And they sent me out.
Sounds like my experience. Homeschool.
Mhm.
Did you?
Just didn't do school
Are
for
you,
like
are you
5
still
years.
here?
Is that why you're so weird?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Nice.
Spent a lot of time having double lunch throughout high school, and I didn't have double lunch. So there was that.
What's double lunch?
Interesting.
Well, if you were smart and passed all your classes by the time you were senior, a lot of the seniors had double lunch because they had a spare period. And so they just give them fourth and fifth period to have double lunch. But if you're like me and you're an idiot and you'd pass nothing, you just ditched.
Ah.
And you got double lunch.
Nice.
You
What was the
also
class
had
that
morning break? You had, yes.
What was the class that suffered? Like, what was your fifth period class that you were skipping all the time?
I don't remember.
He wasn't there.
It was probably something old
It'd
timey.
be more impressive if you did remember.
By the time I was a senior, I had all my classes were pretty much makeup classes for all the other years where I'd failed. My first report card. No. Home ec though.
Yeah, old timey shit like home ec or wood shop or something. Like,
yeah.
You know what they really need to bring back
shop.
though? I mean, shit, wood shop would be great, and also auto shop.
Yeah.
What the hell, man?
Yeah, auto shop would be awesome.
Yeah.
They call it industrial arts.
Industrial arts.
They call it industrial arts at our school.
Oh,
yeah.
That's
Well,
good.
they
Arts
don't
and
want
magic.
kids to aspire to have like trade jobs for whatever stupid reason, right? They're like, oh, kids should
Or
go
be
to college.
self-sufficient.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like the whole
Yeah.
thing. I mean, self-sufficient these days. How many kids are gonna get a freaking hoist in their garage so they can fix their BMW with everything underneath the
Or
engine, right?
BMW.
That's never gonna
Well,
happen.
you shouldn't buy a BMW. That's your first mistake.
I'm just saying the days of fixing a fucking Ford truck with a wrench and no other tools are gone. Like you can't do that anymore.
I mean, they're
Cars are
hiding
way
a
more
lot
Buy
of
an
shit.
old Ford truck.
They're hiding a lot of shit now under these like plastic covers, so you can't futz with anything. And then
I
Everything
mean, I
is
had to
glued
help
together.
Dan
Avoid
stab
the
his
warning.
car with a sword to fix
That was
it.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you guys
Everything
fixed it,
is
didn't you?
glued
How about on
together.
video?
That's true.
Yeah.
Remember, Dana, we swapped out your catalytic converter. We put a new radiator in your car. We did all kind of shit to that car.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That radiator was $40 on Amazon. That was amazing.
And
That's when I knew I was living in. That's when I knew I was living in the future. When I ordered a $40 radiator for Danon's car in Amazon, it showed up next day, air or whatever they call it, and we put it in like 20 minutes or something.
Yeah, that's
It's
great.
ridiculous.
That's solid.
Solid.
Thank you, Bezos.
Right?
Jeffrey Bezos. Man, speaking of Jeffrey Bezos, we watched a movie.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get back to
Oh,
the
yeah.
movie. I don't even know what I was talking about. How do I get back on track?
There's
Three
no
Amigos.
tangents. There's no segues that get to it.
I know you just threw it back at me, and I didn't know what to do. Well, I guess I could introduce us. This is the We Like This podcast. I don't do that anymore. This is the We Like This podcast. I'm joined by Doug Waters, myself, Danon Waters, Brent Price, Darrell Waters, Jeremy Dallas, and Ben Nickerson. And
Hey,
we
that's
watched
fine.
the Three Amigos. So yeah. Well, what Ben was talking about before we went off on that crazy tangent was that the movie didn't feel old, and that's why I wanted to watch it again. I was actually kind of afraid because we watched it as a group. There was like 5 or 6 of us. And I was like, oh, what if this movie is like old and people don't
Yeah.
appreciate
What if it like
anymore,
is
you know?
super racist or something? You just didn't realize at the time.
No, I don't care about that. I care about like what if it's just like an awkwardly not funny anymore movie. Like there's a
Yeah,
lot
like
of
maybe
like,
it doesn't work now. There's lots
Yeah,
of
it
shit that
doesn't
does
work.
not hold up.
Yeah,
That's true.
things that I thought were funny.
But you
Like,
can always count on Steve Martin.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Steve Martin doesn't let you down.
yeah.
For the, like, or if he has let you down, he hasn't let me down.
I think we can fix that.
If Stephen Martin has let you down, let us know in the chat, please.
Goodness.
Call this.
He's never let Jeremy
anonymous
down though.
Yeah.
Hotline 1-800 let down.
Well, let's see. There's like 3 Steve Martin movies, right? There's only 3.
Oh man.
He's great in all of them.
Yeah. There's 3 Amigos. There's Flubber, and there's
Flubber.
and
That's
and there's
Robin Williams. That's
yeah,
that was Robin Williams.
yeah. See, so there's the 3 Amigos. There's Flubber, and
What are you
then
talking
there's Zombieland. This is-
What? Is
We're an
that
idiot.
Bill Murray?
What are you
I'm
doing?
confusing. You're
The-
throwing Bill Murray.
Bill Murray, Robin
Martin,
Williams, and Steve Martin. I'm gonna be perfectly
Robin
honest.
Williams.
All right, I am leading into this. They're interchangeable in my head.
No.
All 3 of them. They are
Oh,
absolutely,
yeah, no.
they are absolutely interchangeable.
What the hell?
Who's
You're
interchangeable?
crazy.
Bill Murray,
Rob-
Robin Williams, and Steve Martin. This is a hot take. I
They're
bet
completely
you could,
different.
You could put any of them into any comedy, and
You
they
know-
would fill the same fucking role.
Ben, I tell people how smart you are. I'm gonna have to pull that on Ben. I'm reeling it on
Once
Ben.
again, Ben is wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ben, you just
I
yeah,
see you
spouted
again
some
are
bullshit.
missing your pink
Go put
hoodie.
your
in
pink
the-
sweatshirt
put
I'll
this
on.
in the
see you in the
file.
comments.
Go
We
put
already
your
have
pink
a
sweatshirt on, Ben.
Somebody's
Your opinion is
somebody's-
bad, and you should feel bad.
Somebody's
I'll
sort of
see you in the
agreeing with
comments,
Ben.
and I'll see you in hell.
That's right.
Sean says
That just
Flubber's
made
a classic,
everybody else angry.
which is true.
Yeah, I've been working on a new thing. It's getting everybody else mad while I'm happy.
Yeah. Can you hear me now, Dad? Is this good enough for you? Is this good enough for the
No, I can't. Not over Ben.
Okay.
And he's not. He's not even mad. He's just loud.
That's true.
Oh man!
Incorrect. Wrong.
Wow.
Yeah.
So,
Incorrect.
when did you form this opinion?
It just formed itself.
About 10 minutes ago when he finished Three
Organic.
Amigos.
But Robin Williams is.
Oh, that's a
Martin
really
never
good
does
Steve
that.
Martin impression, actually.
Oh, how dare you!
Son of a bitch.
And Bill
they
Murray.
all-
Bill Murray is actually
He's not really.
Robin Williams and Steve Martin. I can kind of see where you might maybe, but Bill
Wait
Murray.
a second.
Bill
Yeah.
Murray's
I
not
will
really-
I
say-
see that.
The Bill Murray one I threw in there just as like an additional insult. But no, they both have the same. They both, Robin Williams and Steve Martin, both have the same energy
Okay. We
in their
whittled
comedy.
you down.
I don't think so.
They're like,
I don't see it at all. That's
don't
really
see it.
weird.
okay, in both of them will do things where they're like, ha! Like that's just like an ism that both of them have, and they do it in like every single movie where they're just like, off that way, I'm pointing and I'm shouting, being like, ah, and like that's just the awkward fucking humor that they have. Both of them do it. You like, I swear to God, I'm gonna edit together clips of them doing this in every single one of the movies.
Please.
Steve
I
Martin,
wanna
I
abs-
task you to do
You
this.
should have
Yeah.
been
Steve
run a
Martin
diagram.
absolutely does
Mods?
it in Three Amigos, does he not?
No.
As a Three
Several
Amigo, he
times.
does.
Because they all have to do that.
Yeah, when
Yeah.
he's like when he
That's
is
part of
a,
their dance.
a third amigo.
All right.
Okay,
whatever.
well
You
we're
got-
getting a poll.
look, I'll
who's
edit
more
this all
funny,
together.
Bill Murray or Steve Martin? This is from Sean.
Steve Martin.
Oh,
Steve
I'd
Martin.
say Steve
Steve Martin.
Martin. Yeah.
Steve Martin is
Bill Murray's not
classically
really
funny.
he's not really like funny. He's just he plays in comedy movies. I don't think he's really funny though.
I've
He's
never
so-
thought Bill Murray was funny.
He's just like this.
Yeah,
He was
I mean,
funny
I know
in
he's not-
Zombieland.
like his-
Kind of funny.
I
Kind of
mean,
funny in
yeah,
Zombieland, but that's about
But
he
it.
the
thought of it as a
situation that
comedian.
he's in, that's the difference. Is like
That's
he's
the-
a good
mhm.
sitcom actor, but he's not really a comedic actor. If that makes any sense. Whereas Steve
He's
Martin,
he can
is.
be- he's kind of
Huh.
funny in he's kind of funny in in Groundhog Day. But like one of the things he's most famously known for is his Cinderella boy speech from Caddyshack or whatever, Cinderella boy, whatever he's talking about. Everybody
Yeah.
thinks this is so hilarious and funny, and they reference it as the funniest speech or monologue ever, whatever. I don't get why he's funny. I've never thought Bill Murray was funny. I don't understand the fascination. Steve Martin all day long, for sure.
yeah,
that
I like
guy's
Steve Martin
funny.
a lot. I will say
Yeah.
that Bill Murray is funnier in like the urban legend department than he is like on screen, because there's all these stories about like when he sat down at somebody's table and like ate their
Yeah.
French fries and was like, no one will ever believe you, and then just wandered off. Like
That's a funny
Yeah, like
story.
that's pretty
I like that.
hilarious.
But he didn't
And
deliver it
he's-
like in a wacky, like comedic way. He just probably
No,
just
he's
sat
not
down
wacky.
there and
Because Wikipedia
and
does state
then laugh.
in the second sentence, known for his deadpan delivery.
Yeah.
You-
I
you
was
don't look
just
at
gonna say
deadpan
that's-
comedians and say,
That's
Oh, yeah.
that's his strong suit. You know, wacky things happening around him and him just like
yeah.
yeah.
you
That's
know
it.
that.
That's
that
the Bill
sort of
Murray that I
phase.
know. Yeah.
I really love
love.
my favorite Bill Murray movie is what Scrooged, I think it's called.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And he's hilarious in that, you know, because he's like kind of sarcastic and angry, but in the situation, it's funny.
Never saw it.
Never saw it. Is that based on
In
the?
Scrooged?
Is
That's
Yes.
great.
that the Christmas
Christmas Carol.
one? Christmas Carol.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
It's got Bobcat Goldthwait in it. It's got who's that? John Forsythe and Karen Allen plays his love interest.
Yeah.
Never saw
I
it.
don't know. Marion was in it.
Yeah.
So I'll watch it now.
Well, anyways, so
Mhm.
Three Amigos, reel it back in. So I
Bill
want to
Murray
know,
was
like,
not in Three Amigos.
yeah. So
Could've
No.
one of the reasons I want to watch this movie is because it kind of reminds me a lot of wow, I can't remember the name of the movie that it reminds me of.
Mhm.
What's the one that we watch every Thanksgiving?
Die Hard.
God
That's a
damn!
Christmas-
I'm talking
Christmas
to the
movie, you
people that
asshole.
are the most. No, we watch this every Thanksgiving when we get together.
It's
I
have-
Home Alone. Home Alone.
I see that you're
No, no, no.
accomplishing your
Home
goal of
Alone
making
2.
God damn it.
Dana mad.
It's
No.
the
Home Alone
English
3.
one. You know, with
Yeah.
the none shall pass.
Yeah.
Oh, Monty
Lord of the
Python.
Rings.
Thank you.
Holy
Thank you.
crap.
Jesus Christ.
None
Jesus.
shall
And
pass.
I'm trying to get help from the two people who can't remember either. Oh God. So it reminds me
Holy
that
Grail, yeah.
the humor was just kind of like ridiculous, but it's like timeless in a way. And Three
Well,
Amigos
there's
absolutely has
definitely-
that.
There's a moment in the movie that is just ripped straight from like the Holy
Oh, yeah.
Grail or some other Monty Python thing where they have to go and like interact with the singing bush and then they shoot the invisible swordsman. Also, they
Yeah.
can get to the Mexican like fucking bandolier guy. Like
Yeah, El Guapo.
I love when they walk into the bar. We're not Mexicans.
We're from out of town.
We're from out of town.
It's so ridiculous.
It's so fucking funny.
Just
It's so
overall, the
funny.
good thing is that the straight man is every other character in the
Yes.
movie.
yeah.
Yeah.
One
So
thing I like
three of
about
them
the-
that are insane.
I like how all three of them are idiots. You know, it's not like there's
yeah.
they're all dumbasses. Like with that part where it's like, Carmen, which one do you like? I like the one who's not so smart. Which one is,
What is that?
That is really good. Yeah.
It's cool that they're all idiots, which
That-
they don't
yeah.
do in movies much, right?
No, I
There's
was
usually
gonna
just
say, it's
one
a little
dumb
bit
guy,
unique.
Yeah.
and this is more Three Stooges like. Well, not even but well, they're all idiots too. But I guess Moe's the smart one. But in this one, they're just all three dopes. It's
I
great.
get Three Stooges vibes from in a good way. Like I do get the same thing that I think they're going for with the Three Stooges. Got three idiots.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
in the
Yeah.
situation they get into.
I think that you could argue that Steve Martin is definitely the Mo of the group.
Yeah, he's the
Like
Mo.
leader, yeah.
For sure. For sure.
Steve Martin's the Mo.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean,
You get anything else? Nothing else
Doug.
from this podcast. Steve Martin is the Mo.
Steve Martin is the Mo. Doug, you got to say, okay, Doug, your favorite line of the whole movie. Go. You've said this line for years since we were children.
I just
Okay, I
covered
think
this.
I'll lead you into it. I don't remember her name, but Maureen or Sam get wardrobe down here. Okay, take the Amigos clothes. Doug's been saying take the Amigos clothes.
The
I
Amigos
haven't.
clothes.
Somebody else has.
Meant for your children. That is your line. Screw you, loser. You've been
We
saying
are
it
on
forever.
point tonight. We
Take
are
the Amigos
on.
clothes.
Dude,
I
this
know,
is
right?
rough. This is rough
God,
for
the
me.
Waters family.
Yeah, exactly what I was
doesn't remember
thinking was
anything
way
about
off.
each other.
So
Well, normally, it's just me, and now it's all the rest of you idiots.
I know this
Tonight.
is this. how
Well,
you
so
feel all
we
the time?
actually had a special surprise. The Three Amigos joined us on this podcast.
Yeah. I guess I
Yeah.
don't know. But my favorite
Wow,
line is
self-appointed Mo.
yeah.
That's a total Mo move, though. so
I'm
it
the
makes
host. What are you
sense.
talking about? Yeah, I'm the host.
Oh.
But my
You're the
favorite line
Mostest
is
with the mostest.
I have two. I think my favorite line in the whole movie is when after they defeat the three guys, you know, and run around them and scare them off or whatever to back to El Guapo, and they're throwing the party, and Chevy Chase is playing the guitar, and then he's talking to that girl, and she's like, "Would you like to kiss me?" And he's like,
Sure.
"Yeah." And then he goes back to playing, and she's just like, "Would you like?" And he's like, "Right now?"
Yeah.
We could go out for a walk, and you could kiss me on the veranda. And he's like, "The lips is fine."
So
Like,
big
it's
flag.
so good. It's so well
Yeah.
written. Oh, I love that.
That's really good.
It's
That was-
it's so dumb, but
Yeah.
absolutely hilarious. I laugh every time with
Yeah.
that stupid line.
So, but my favorite line of the movie is when that woman from the town says, "We are honored to have you in our home," and Chevy Chase is looking at his food. He goes, "Do you have anything besides Mexican food?"
That was great.
I know he's trying to eat that taco, just everything's falling
Yeah.
out of it.
God.
Just holding the tortilla by its sides, trying to make it work.
He's like
Really?
flipping it around and stuff.
It is really funny watching people interact with food in movies from the 80s, though. Do you guys remember in Breakfast Club, she brings in sushi for lunch?
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
it's like, that's the weird, quirky thing that she did. Everybody's like, I've never heard of sushi before. Like, it's
No one brought it to school for lunch in the 80s, that's for sure.
Well, I bet you there weren't very many sushi places in the 80s, too, based off of their interaction with it.
Now you
They
can
always
get it at
had
a
it in
gas
second
station.
lunch. You probably didn't see that though.
Yeah, yeah. He was ditching all the
That's
time.
right.
Yeah, that's right. But I mean, it just makes me feel like the 80s were like this time when people didn't really like, it's like meatloaf and like mashed potatoes were the staples of the American diet. If you fucking watch 80s movies, like people had no idea about other foods. There's tons of jokes about like, how do I eat this? And it's like literally a fucking bowl of curry. It's like you just put it in your mouth, dude. It's okay.
Well, if you come up from the grocery store in the movies, you have a baguette and you have celery hanging out of your.
That's
you ever
true.
notice that? Always have a
Yeah.
baguette and celery. Like everybody, goes shopping, gets a baguette, celery, comes on home.
There's
Puts it on
actually
the counter.
there's a reason for that. Do you know the reason? So it's actually it's not distracting, because that's been used so much in movies that if you don't use that thing, then people's eyes will go to the bag. Also, if
They'll
people
know it's Sunny D. And it'll be a Sunny D commercial.
They fooled me. I thought nothing is sacred.
Is that Sunny D?
I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that at all. Dude, you pulled the rug out from under my feet.
I don't understand the reference.
It's a reference to all the commercials back in the day that we were growing up.
Back in the 90s, yeah, this is just
Yeah.
like the 90s
Like,
were a
because
weird
the Sunny
time for
D commercials were always when the mom was coming home from the grocery store.
Yeah.
And it was like, she'd like come home and she'd have Sunny D, and all the kids would be like, Sunny D.
And they'd be like
Chappelle Show.
skateboarding around the living room and
Yeah.
shit. Like,
Yeah.
But if you watch Chappelle Show, there's one kid that looks around and is like, I want that purple
For grape drink.
it's great. Yeah.
But that's kind of another one of the reasons too, is like if they don't show something coming out of the bag and showing that it's groceries, everybody's gonna wonder what's in the bag and think it's a part of the next scene or something like that. So they always
It's
have
clearly Gwyneth Paltrow's
baguettes.
head.
Exactly. What's in the
Always
bag?
That was a
Gwyneth
box.
Paltrow's head.
It should be a bag of dildos. That'd be cool. Bunch of them sticking out the top. That'd be funny.
But then you would
That would be
it draw
distracting.
your
See, now
eye,
you want to get
and
distracted,
You would wonder why.
Yeah, talk
Bag of
about
dildos.
That's
distraction.
the problem.
and is this part of the movie?
Bag of
In the
Dildos is a
movie.
great band name.
Bag of
There we go.
dildos.
Yeah. As long as it's not the bag of dildos, I'm fine with it.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. No the. get
Can't
the
have a
bag.
the in there. That's just
Yeah.
that's not classy.
Yeah, it feels like you
The
know
little
what? They
baggins.
should start doing that though. They should start putting like ridiculous things into the grocery bag as people bring it in, and then just never reference it ever.
I think that's better.
Like just like try to start one-upping yourself, like directors are just like, I'm gonna put dildos, and someone's like, I'm gonna put bats, and it just like gets like weirder and weirder.
Cockroaches
and
start crawling out.
totally, yeah,
Yeah.
and totally
I'm gonna
don't
put a
even,
baby in there.
Yeah.
It'll be the new Wilhelm scream.
Genius.
I think the baguettes and celery is the new Wilhelm scream.
Yeah,
its own way.
it's the old Wilhelm scream.
I mean,
Depending on how I
if
look at it, I guess.
Yeah, you can't just one up the Wilhelm scream.
Okay, really quick. This is one of the bad things about the internet is everybody knowing about the goddamn Wilhelm scream and it becoming a thing. And now it's not fun or funny anymore. And now it's just annoying when you see the Wilhelm scream when they jam into a movie, because now everybody has to put it in a movie somewhere, especially if it's an action movie or something. Where it just used to be the go-to because, well, what do we got? Well, we get this guy screaming. Let's just throw that in. You know what I mean? It was just because everybody only had one sound effects record. You know.
Are you
Yeah.
gatekeeping enjoyment of the
I am.
Wilhelm scream?
I mean,
This is the most
Well,
esoteric
no.
moment
What he's
that's ever
saying
happened.
is
on
that
the
there
It's
is no
different.
more
It's what he does.
enjoyment to have.
it's not enjoying anymore. You enjoyable anymore. You can. I'm not gatekeeping. I'm just saying it's dumb. Is that gatekeeping? I'm just saying it was better before we knew the Wilhelm scream, and then everybody knew about. Oh, that's the Wilhelm scream. That's the Wilhelm scream. I know Wilhelm
I
screams.
think it's great because when it comes on in the movie, I'm like, hey, Wilhelm scream. It's
Oh, the
still
Wilhelm
fun.
scream.
Still fun.
Oh.
Yeah, I think
Legume.
it's better. I think it was better before we knew.
I don't know.
Doug, did you say
You
legume?
might be right about that.
I don't know. I mean, so like, there's probably a new audio take that all the like fucking Foley dudes in Hollywood use now, and they're like, yeah, we got to do the Wilhelm scream, but also we did like the Maribel whistle. You know, what I mean?
Bell whistle.
Well, I'm sure when they're sitting around the table playing this, they're like, we're gonna have to have at least one Wilhelm scream in this goddamn movie. It's been requested by the producers.
Yeah.
And
You
a
know
guy
what?
doing one of the 80s pratfalls where there's a lot of bottomless pits in 80 action movies too. Have you noticed that?
It's like the quote of
There was a never-ending supply of bottomless pits in the 80s for sure.
I mean, even in Three Amigos, it's like there are people getting shot off of buildings all the time, and it's like
and they conveniently
happening?
land
Bloodless, though.
behind
People are
fences and
falling a
stuff.
lot.
Yeah.
At least it
That's
was
true.
bloodless. The only blood is when Lucky Day gets shot.
Oh yeah, the
That's
tiny
true.
little-
Yeah.
Mhm.
Which I was, he gets shot like a quarter of the way through the movie. And I was like, that's crazy. He just gets shot.
I love when they go and they start crying. It's like, it's real. This is real.
Well, I like when he.
stormed up
the real
after
bullet out of
getting
his
shot.
gun. He's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
They just start crying. And I look, I'm keeping this.
he pulls the bullet out, turns it on, and goes,
Well, that's the
It's
funny
real.
part about it is like he still
it's a
doesn't
real
like.
bullet.
He still doesn't get it. He's like, "You're in big trouble." Think he's gonna get in trouble by like
Like
the
who?
union or something like that. The
Yeah.
union. But then he
You know
like,
what's funny?
slowly pieces it together, and you can see him do it because it takes so long.
This is the same story of A Bug's Life.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's the
And
exact
there's
same
another
story.
movie. Oh, and also, what's the space alien movie with Tim the Toolman Taylor? It's really good.
Starship
Galaxy Quest.
Galaxy Quest. Galaxy
Oh,
Quest
yeah.
is the
Fantastic.
same thing.
Mhm.
Galaxy Quest is a
Yeah.
great movie, but it's the same story where they don't know and they get these guys and actors and blah blah.
I
Yeah.
actually can't remember how Galaxy Quest ends though.
It's great.
I like.
I haven't seen that movie. I still have not seen
Good.
Galaxy Quest.
You haven't seen
You've
Galaxy
never
Quest?
Oh
seen
my
It's
Galaxy
also
Quest?
one of Sam Rockwell's best roles.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
Galaxy Quest is it's another at least once a year watch it. It's so good.
Yep.
Yeah,
I think,
I just watched it a couple of weeks ago.
yeah, it's a really good one.
All right, we're doing
What's
that
his
next.
name? Snape.
Okay.
He's
Yeah,
hilarious.
Snape's in it. By Grapthaw's hammer. It's great.
Yeah.
You shall be avenged.
Right.
So good.
I like that nerd guy. By Grapthaw's hammer. Anyways, Three Amigos.
Yeah, Rainn Wilson is in it actually. He's one of the
Yeah.
Yeah.
aliens. Yeah.
And Sigourney Weaver.
Really?
Yeah.
Just
You
if
gotta
I
have
leave-
Sigourney Weaver in there.
If I lean over like this,
Is it? Are you
I'm farting.
Yeah. Okay.
yes.
Put that together. Real
Thought that was a given.
quick.
Some people don't know.
Some people don't
I
know
thought you were
the
giving your moving boxes a
Bart
moment.
Lane.
Just
Yeah.
getting close
What?
with his moving boxes.
Everybody
Home
for
Depot.
MQ.
This is Home Depot.
This podcast sponsored by Home Depot.
Yeah, Daryl, fix the thing. Like the branding's upside down, man. We're not gonna get paid for that shot.
Oh yeah, definitely not.
Well, yeah, good. Go ahead and fix it so we get paid.
Probably have to blur it out. Yeah.
You're gonna have to blur it. Home Depot's like, we don't want to be on that podcast.
Hold on. Home Depot's on the phone. Yep, got it. He told me to move.
Oh, good. All right. Sorry.
Oh, well, it's a good thing you've got the boxes.
Exactly.
Whatever. That deserved
Uh,
way more chuckles, fuckers.
Sorry. Oh, I get it. Oh,
It was a move joke.
I see.
Oh, it's like
Ah,
the mail plane.
yeah.
The mail plane
Two little
with
balls.
its little
Can you see its little balls?
Yeah.
There we go.
Damn it,
There we
Brent.
go.
Nice.
You're so
Yeah.
fast with that.
I
What
know,
are you
right?
pulling? Do
Yeah,
just
why you
have
say,
it-
you're so damn Johnny on the spot with your backgrounds.
You out in the
Chris
daylight?
Cornell,
or
Home
something?
Depot,
Yeah.
Oh,
The
man, don't-
Matrix.
Brent, whatever you do, don't.
these
God,
guys.
what is this? That 30 seconds of Mars?
Yeah, you pulled that out from Mr. Nobody. It's a classic.
Oh my god.
Been there
30
for a while.
seconds to Mars.
hmm
So Dan, how
Um,
much do you hate the Home Depot? I just realized that that's what they're called.
That's fine. It's not a band.
Is that
That's
really
good.
what they're called?
The Home Depot. No one's ever called it the Home Depot.
Maybe
I'm not
that's why I
going
like
to the
Lowe's
Home
better.
Depot.
Yeah, or you go to Home Depot. You don't go to the.
Yeah, you go to Home Depot. You don't go to the Home Depot.
Yeah, the
I do
Home
want to
Depot
point
is
out
the
that it's
headquarters.
the Three Amigos. Actually, it's not
Because
just.
most people have
just Three
more than
Amigos.
one equidistant from them, so it's kind of
Yeah,
you can't ever
Yeah.
really go to the Home Depot because you have
exactly.
That's right.
choices.
It
just
depends where the
never-
original one was built.
So,
I just-
so would you say that I'm going to the Home Depot?
Mm-hmm.
I don't
I
know
don't-
which
I don't-
one, but I'm going to the
I
Home Depot.
definitely would never say that.
I omit
but
all articles.
some people.
Get rid of those. I'm going to Home Depot. No one
All
needs
articles
to.
of clothing when you're going to the Home Depot.
I
Yeah.
get completely
All-
naked.
You'll have to wear a mask, but otherwise you're good.
I wear two.
You will have to wear a
Yeah.
face diaper
And a real
Yeah.
diaper.
and leave your regular diaper at home.
I went on bus to go
Walking
to
into
store.
Home Depot wearing only a diaper. Yeah, where's the pipe at?
Where's the pipe at? That's even better.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
For some reason, my brain auto corrected like the binky and the little bib thing too. like the whole
Yeah,
thing.
why not? Just full baby. And
Yeah.
it's got to be an astronaut
Full
diaper,
baby
right?
is
One of
playing
those
tonight.
full baby.
We are full baby.
We are full baby.
Man.
Up next
Pretty
is Baby Old Lady, which is
It's a
one of my favorite
baby-themed
band names.
band
Baby Old Lady is one of the best band names ever. It's so stupid.
It's the contrast, I think.
Yeah,
Makes it
but
so
it would be an astronaut diaper, one of those things you can shit in for 12 hours. That's the one I'd be wearing.
Well,
I want one of those.
You guys never heard about astronaut diapers?
12
Why
hours
is
is
it-
a long time.
They're also playing the Winnie Roast. So a few years back, this astronaut woman was cheating on, or she was having an affair with somebody. Remember
She
that?
went to go kill her adulterous husband. Yeah.
Yeah. No, she went to go kidnap his wife,
Didn't work.
I think. But anyways, she drove all the way to Florida, something like 12 hours, and she's an astronaut. Her guy she was banging was an astronaut, and so she wore astronaut diapers so she didn't have to stop.
Yeah.
So she could just pee herself the whole way. So yeah, there's such a thing as astronaut diapers. They're like high. You can really shit in those things and just sit in it. And that was Danon. Danon could sit when he was an infant, could sit in 80 gallons of piss and 13 shits, and with a smile on his face like he wasn't, and his diaper would be overflowing, right?
He's still like that.
Yeah,
Right?
we're using past
And I'd be
tense.
like,
Yeah.
and he's just totally just got this smile on his face, like this is totally normal. And I'm like, do I change him or not? And I open him up, like, good lord, is like a month of shit in this kid's pants.
Well, that's
You're
not my
changing your
fault.
baby just once a month.
It's not
Change your baby like you change your oil.
Yeah, every
Exactly.
30,000 miles.
Yeah,
30,000.
30,000.
Yeah,
I don't
check
know how
it.
much
3,000.
30,000?
You got the 3 part right.
No wonder that
Subtract a 0.
fucking Honda was falling apart.
Yeah, you only missed it by a factor of 10. It's fine.
I went 20,000 miles.
That's
one
why your
time.
car's broken.
And the guys at the place was like, "You can't do that." I'm like, "I just did. It's running fine. What the fuck's your problem?"
I just
He
get
like
an oil
can't
change.
pull the dipstick out, like it's like crusted into there. It's like
Yeah,
I just
It
got an
looked
oil
like-
change, and the guy was like, "Do you have any lights on your car that we need to reset?" And I was like, "No." And he's like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "Is this the first time I've ever been on time for an oil change?
Oh,
Do you usually have to have the light come on before it's time to get an oil change?" I guess
Sure.
so.
I'm so used to dealing with that.
So used to being behind the ball.
it feels like the doctor thing, right? When the doctor asks you if like how much you drink in a week, and you're like 3 drinks, and the doctor's like, okay, so 30 or 40 probably. But
It's Three Amigos.
that has
right?
nothing. Yeah,
So we watched
So
Three
that has nothing to do-
Amigos.
Yeah.
yes.
Jesus,
What's
I
the Three
know.
Amigos?
So it was the Three Amigos
Yeah.
in here.
I don't know
somewhere.
why none of it. We cannot stay on point tonight. We're all fucked up. So this is so
long
how
day.
you guys all feel right now is 24/7 for me. So welcome. Welcome. Just kind of spaced out, kind of not know what's going on. Just for you guys, no lisp is the only real difference.
Yeah.
But this is what I
Yeah.
suffer with every day.
Now start saying both, and you'll be
They both.
Both
deep in
Good.
in Daryl's brain.
Mm-hmm. You'll be in
deep
my
in
brain.
Daryl
There's plenty of
territory.
space.
And all you can do is come up with band names.
That's good enough.
that is actually kind of every
Yeah,
interaction.
It's kind of nice. I mean, for Three Amigos, there's not really a whole lot to talk about. I did want to say though, one problem that I have a lot of. Yep. Well, I can't say it, so I won't.
There you
One
go.
problem that I
fucked up.
have with a lot of comedy movies is that they tend to lose their steam like halfway through the movie, and it gets like super boring. Like it's really funny in the beginning, and you're like, "Oh, I'm totally on board with this," and then as soon as it, I guess the plot happens, and you're like, "Wow, they can't really keep up with the joke
Yeah.
to dialogue ratio." It really falls apart. Like that one movie with Zach Galifianakis and Tony
The
Stark.
Hangover?
No.
Oh,
Oh,
Due
Due
Date?
Date?
Road Trip.
Due
Due,
Date,
Oh,
that's
Due
Due
it.
Date.
Date. Like that was
Yeah.
I like that movie, but it's like not funny halfway, like past the halfway mark. It gets
Get
really,
serious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ran
It's
out of gas.
serious.
Yeah. And so
Well, I
thi-
think that's the
Th-
thing with comedy movies that are like more modern, especially in like the decade of the 2000s. It was like funny for 30 minutes and then soul crushingly sad, and then like a joke at the end. And like that was like they were just like, let's just churn these out. There's a ton of movies that are like that. The one that really breaks that or the one that really fits in that mold for me is Funny People, if you guys have seen that with Adam Sandler.
Yeah, Funny People is straight depressing at some point.
Same with 50-50. That also has
50-50.
the same actor.
Those movies
50-50
are like,
is just depressing the whole way.
Yeah.
Those movies are total. Those are dramedies. Like they're supposed to be dramedies.
Yeah,
I think.
but that's what I always think of when I think of like a comedy, or like Click. Click is just supposed to be a comedy, but it gets weirdly existential. Is like got the power to control time, and it's like, let's talk about the philosophy of this. It's like this is an Adam Sandler movie. What?
He dies. He dies towards the end of that movie.
Okay, now you ruined it for everybody.
Well, it's not a great
You're
movie,
welcome.
So.
You're welcome. It's a
Adam
30-year-old
Sandler.
movie.
I'm not
Obviously.
missing anything.
But you know what I do have to say. I feel like I wanted more Steve Martin in this movie.
Yeah, I could agree.
You know,
with that. I feel
Steve...
like I wanted more of all of them. To be honest, there wasn't a ton of Chevy Chase in this movie either. He really all he does is play guitar a couple times, and he has that one-liner with that lady.
And he gets off his horse and gets onto the other one backwards.
Oh, that was actually stole the movie.
He has some of the funniest moments, so it's okay.
He does.
Like, it's one of the funniest
true.
lines where like we raped the horses and rode away on the women. That one's pretty good.
Yeah. And
I think it's some of the most memorable lines.
Yeah.
And the two others are out of water, and he's just got a canteen full. And
It's so good.
He throws it over his shoulder. He looks over.
And then right after that scene, when he's just watching the other two like hallucinate through this whole invisible swordsman thing, then he kills the invisible swordsman.
Yeah.
It's like living with a 3-year-old.
Wait, is that how you took that scene, the singing bush stuff? You just felt like they were like tripping on ayahuasca or something through the desert?
Yeah, because Chevy Chase's reactions as they're like on the horse riding through and then getting off the horse, he's reacting to the two of them.
Yeah,
it's like, what the hell's going on? And then they're running up to the bush, and he's like the last one off his horse. Like, well, I guess I'll get off too.
Thought of it that way. I guess they're tripping and he's not.
Yeah, totally. But the invisible swordsman was real. But...
explains the weirdness of that entire scene.
That scene makes no sense in the context of the movie, right? Can we just like, come out and say
100%.
what the
It really does.
happening there?
It's a time filler. They're like, oh shit, we got 90 minutes to kill.
But it's a
I'm gonna read Wikipedia about this.
It's a great few scenes, which is
so
weird.
let's pretend Randy Newman is a bush and and go from there.
At least they made his voice high and he didn't sound like Randy Newman. I hate Randy Newman so goddamn much. So
which one is Randy Newman?
I'm the singing.
He does all those Toy Story songs. And
he does do
a friend in me and all that.
Yeah, okay, I thought so.
And he had this stupid hit in the we talked about this before. A stupid hit in the
I love
80s called I love LA.
Oh, he did the Monk theme song too.
Yeah, he did do the Monk theme.
It's a jungle out there.
I hate. Oh my god, I've never heard it and already hate it because I hate.
Oh, you never heard? Oh man,
I hate Randy Newman.
It's like the most Randy Newman song.
Really? Yeah.
So it is funny that the Wikipedia synopsis of the plot and everything just doesn't even talk about the singing bush or the invisible swordsman.
Really?
That whole scene is just not even referenced.
That's
I mean, they have Randy Newman listed in the cast as a singing bush. That's it.
Actually, that part is pretty funny. The magic words they have to say are pretty funny.
I mean,
farley.
Yeah, it doesn't fit with the movie because it's surreal, but like there's some of the best scenes.
Funny.
It was still funny. Yeah,
I liked it.
Also, here's another question for you. What time period is this supposed to be in?
1919.
Yeah,
1916.
Early 1900s. It says, yeah.
Okay.
At the beginning of the movie, it says 1916.
Oh,
16.
Okay. I always assumed it was like the 20s or the 30s. Hadn't gotten around to the top.
Oh yeah, it's the early 1900s. That's why there's the automobiles, and the moving pictures, but no like actual modern amenities or anything like that.
Yeah, there's no sound.
It was an interesting choice. It totally worked, but it was an interesting choice to go for that time period. I guess it makes sense.
They also like kickstarted the plot with a freaking telegram joke because she uses the word "stop" in her request, and that's what causes all of the that's what causes partially the misunderstanding. It's not just the infamous thing, but they read it
misunderstanding is just she's only got
stop.
23 pesos.
She's got 10.
Infamous.
Infamous.
Oh,
Oh, Dust. Yeah.
In
He's an
famous
idiot.
is when you're more
than
than famous.
Face to face, probably one of the biggest actors in all of Mexico.
I know, right?
So stupid and so great at the same time.
Man.
And the part when they first show up at the cantina, though, Cantina del Borracho, or whatever it's called, which is a bar of the drunks or whatever, is so goddamn funny. And when they do
Little Buttercup,
yeah,
so
I love when they're like, "Hey, Dusty, there's a piano over there," and he's walking over.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I couldn't. He's already on his way.
Been a long time.
when the bartender tells them that all they have is the tequila, and Chevy Chase asks him, "Is it fattening?" What?
Well, he says, well, if it's like beer, we'll have 3 of them. And it's all very filtered tequila because it's all clear. It's high quality tequila.
Yeah,
It's probably watered down.
Just drinking water on.
Yeah, when they say that, it's probably watered down. I'm sure they're drinking real water.
Real water. Yeah, it's playing at the weenie roast.
Oh God.
Real water.
But no, I mean, I guess the movie. This is probably the thing with comedies, right? It's like they do exactly what you expect them to do. They have like their little down moment where they find out it's real and they run away like cowards, and they come back and then they somehow defeat El Guapo, and then that's it. And it's like, oh, cool. And they have their little scene at the end. That little scene at the end actually was very like Western-y almost, didn't it? It felt like, I'm gonna teach these guys how to do it, and then they like it came up with like a ridiculous scheme, and then it worked. That was like
the
that felt like
selling.
yeah,
I mean,
with the
amigos,
selling.
amigos, amigos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the one
Yeah,
thing you're
definitely
good at
was.
in this town?
Well, they were clearly good at making fireworks. I don't know why
Oh,
they
yeah.
didn't utilize
Yeah.
any of that. That scene where they're celebrating is ridiculous. There's like 5,000 fireworks going off in the background.
And apparently they all have guns and can shoot them. So
Yeah, there's a couple inconsistencies there that we pointed out when we were watching. I think one of the big things was like the fireworks. Where'd these come from? And it's like where do they have all these fireworks structures to light all these things? Like where are they storing these?
The spinning signs.
Yeah, it's Catherine wheels and stuff. But I love that part where like the El Guapo's men come and blow up the town basically, and then the Three Amigos come back in, and that dude is like throwing bricks out of the hole in the wall, and they just ride past me like, afternoon. As if they just caused this. But yeah, like
I like
I
the
said-
we all have our own El Guapo speech at the end. That was probably where I laughed the hardest. I wish I could remember all of it. Like, we all have
some
our
people,
own El
shyness is the El Guapo.
Yeah.
For us,
Yeah.
it's a big mean man. You're the killer.
The actual El Guapo is El Guapo. And even like Martin Short and Chevy Chase look at him like, what the fuck are you doing?
What are you saying? Yeah, I
God.
like that part.
That part is ridiculous.
Yeah.
The actually my favorite thing is El Guapo and his minion, Hefe.
Yeah.
God, their relationship is fantastic. I love the whole thing. But
Would you say
are you
a
upset
plethora?
because you're turning 40 today? No.
Plethora.
And they get him a sweater.
Sweater. I like how he's really happy about it too.
He wears it around his neck.
Genuinely happy.
Oh my god.
Well,
That was
that's
one
one
of the
thing.
best.
They think they're, you think 80s bad guy, right? He's just going to get mad at all of his minions and kill them when he gets frustrated or something like that.
Sort of.
Which he kind of does sometimes, but then also sometimes
He shoots.
he has
Pongo.
like these little heart-to-heart moments with his minions where he's like, you know what? I am frustrated. Or,
He does, yeah.
he's strangely, he's strangely empathetic sometimes.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, he's like very in touch with his feelings for like
Yeah.
a fucking 1900s like bandito. He's like,
He is
"You know,
ugly. as all
sometimes I
hell.
just get really down."
I get really down. Yeah.
When we first
He's been going
meet
to therapy.
El Guapo, and he's doing that weird picture.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
he's
he's like
thinking that-
taking like
Yeah.
an Arabian Nights picture.
Yeah, it's so
Yeah.
odd
Yeah.
and random.
I swear the backstory is that he's actually in therapy and he's being told to like lean into some creative art.
Yeah,
Talk about your
exactly.
feelings.
Yeah, you need to express yourself more.
That'd be funny.
Whoever wrote that line where he's like, "We're gonna cut them open, rip out their intestines, and squeeze
the shit out of it." Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck?
I like how he's turning 40 and he looks like he's turning 60. I was always, especially when I was like a
Hefe
kid,
tells the man that he's turning 33.
I'm like 63. I remember being a kid watching him and going, that guy's 40? If I looked like that when I'm 40, and now that I'm 48 and I'm balder than El Guapo.
You got better teeth than El Guapo.
There you go.
Yeah, there's a couple shades wider than his, a little bit, but not by much.
Yikes.
Yeah,
I'm definitely gonna remember the I'll feel you so full of lead you'll use your dick as a pencil.
That's
What do you mean? I don't know.
I don't know. Saving that one up if there's ever a home invasion.
Yeah. You're gonna forget too. You're like, fuck, I know what's gonna say something.
I'm gonna be holding him at gunpoint. Fuck, wait, just a second.
Hold 1 minute. Let me
I need to look something up.
Have you seen the Three Amigos?
Yeah.
We'll watch it really quick.
What's the dick pencil line?
Yeah.
I do like that Martin Short basically saves the day too with his like lightning fast gun. So it's like, I don't have any film effects. That's all me. I'm that fast.
Mm-hmm.
He's been a gunslinger this whole time.
Yeah.
I like how the German guy who's probably 10 years older than Nettie Needlehander was watching him as a child.
Yeah, I thought that.
Yeah, that's a good point.
This movie.
Grew up with him. He was a hero of his.
Yeah. Then I learned about trick photography. I like that part of it. I am that fast. I love how they hand him the gun. He just instantly drops it because it's so heavy.
You don't want to die with a sissy gun.
Yeah, you want to die with a manly gun like this.
Yeah,
it's fucking ridiculous.
I was reading the trivia that the guy who plays Hefe did this movie instead of Platoon with Oliver Stone.
Really?
And Oliver Stone quit talking to him over it. Like he was so pissed off at him.
No way.
Oh,
But he's like, I don't want to go to the Philippines. I'd rather go to Tucson and stay in a 5-star hotel for this movie than go to the Philippines. Because he'd shot something else with him and it was miserable. So he's like, I don't want to go back to that nightmare. So
yeah, that doesn't look like it'd be a fun movie to shoot. I mean,
Plus,
it's like
Platoon
Vietnam.
is okay.
It looks like the jungle.
Platoon's overrated. It's not as good as
movie.
everybody says. It's not a great Vietnam movie.
But it is a great William Dafoe movie.
Oh,
I like William Dafoe in the movie.
Dafoe.
Yeah, William Dafoe's good in it.
William.
It's got some good acting
Willie.
parts in it, but what's his name? Tom Berenger's good in it and stuff. It's just not a good movie.
Yeah,
it's no missing in action. That's a Vietnam movie. 2 and 3.
What's my go-to Vietnam movie?
kidding,
I don't
those
know
are
if I have
Probably what's the
Tropic Thunder.
No, not Tropic
That's a
Thunder.
great movie.
That is good.
What's the one that ends with the fucking nightmare sequence in Cambodia where they're
Apocalypse
like
Now?
Apocalypse Now. That's
Yeah.
a great Vietnam movie.
That's pretty good.
That's like the go-to. That's like everyone's Vietnam movie.
I'm
There's other
sorry,
ones.
I'm not allowed to bring up the one that people like.
I didn't
No,
say
I disagree
that.
with
I
you.
was,
Like that's the one. Like that's probably
that's the big one.
most
Yeah, that's
widely
the big
known.
Vietnam movie. Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
does your shirt say Hail
The
Lobster?
main Vietnam movie is Good Morning Vietnam with Robin Williams.
Oh, there we go.
I thought that was Steve Martin. You sure that?
Ah, damn it!
It's Bill Murray. I fucked
It's
up.
Bill Murray, guys.
Bill
Come on.
Murray.
Yeah.
Might even been Jim Carrey at this point.
Jeremy,
Yeah.
show your shirt. Why does it say Hail Lobster?
Hail Lobster?
Yeah.
Oh, are you guys familiar with Jordan Peterson?
No.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
clean your
so
room.
it's
Oh
just
my god.
Tell the
clean
truth.
your room, tell the truth. So if you guys don't know, quick story. So I guess someone in Marvel Comics decided, that was writing a Marvel comic, they decided that Jordan Peterson was like a space Nazi. Like they wanted to like equate him to some kind of Nazi. So they wrote not the Red Hood, who's the Red Skull from Captain America.
Mm.
They wrote the Red Skull to be like Jordan Peterson. Like they did a version of his book title that was like the Red Skull's like propaganda, and it was like a huge like mischaracterization, and so he turned it into a positive, even though he had just been called a Nazi, and he released a shirt that says "Hail Lobster" from his book, which talks a lot about the lobster. He like analyzes a lobster in his book, and so he turned like the Hydra logo into a lobster logo.
Yeah.
That's a lot of claws. That's delicious.
There's no laws
great.
there.
No,
I got a Blade Runner shirt on if anyone cares.
Ooh.
Blade Runner shirt.
I like it.
Nice.
It's good.
Do you wear
I have
that
a
shirt
Hawaiian
every
shirt on.
podcast, Brent?
No, I've only worn it
Just every
and one
Tuesday.
other.
Yeah.
Out of the
Just
four
every
that I've
Tuesday.
done,
Out of the 3 T-shirts I own,
out of the 4 or 5, I've wore it once before.
I see you wear that. Shirt
Are you
a lot.
guys like this too? Like I own 1,000 T-shirts and I wear 4
Yes.
Oh yeah,
on
totally.
heavy rotation.
Yeah.
At all times.
Yeah, I have my
I
workout
throw clothes
tees.
away.
Mm.
I literally so I'm on Stitch Fix, and I get clothes like
Terrible
every
addiction.
3 months.
Why am I
and
not surprised?
I'm out of hangers, and so what happens is I like take the new shirt, I walk into my closet, and like all my clothes are fucking cowering from me because I'm like, which shirt is leaving today?
Oh yeah.
And then I throw like I huck a shirt into a garbage bag, and then I go and donate it.
Oh.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. I thought
I
you
was
were
gonna get
throwing
on
them
you.
away.
I was gonna get on
about
you.
to
Oh no, I don't actually throw clothing away. Come on.
Why not?
But
so reach out into that screen and
Do it all the time.
I kind
Give you a
of
shake.
like this process.
My thing.
I dig it.
Yeah.
It's good.
Well, I only have so many hangers, and it feels like ridiculous to buy more hangers. I have so many clothes. I'm just gonna fucking like throw.
but you
shit
don't
out
have
now.
any emotional like I've got shirts that I'm like, I'm never throwing you away. I don't care how
Yes.
many holes are in this thing.
Yeah,
Mhm.
babe.
I mean, like I don't throw away like band shirts and stuff, but I just have like the ones that I can't wear anymore, like folded up in like a corner, you know.
Mm.
But no, yeah, I've. It's the one thing I'm actually happy that I do. I like keep very on top of getting rid of shirts because otherwise you end up like you guys where you have fucking 400 shirts, you wear 4 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I like all my
Yeah.
shirts though.
I'll tell you, the greatest feeling in the world was dropping off 4 huge trash bags of XL clothing
Mm.
Oh,
to
yeah.
the
Yeah.
garbage, just XL and like my 38s. I was like, I can't fit in these anymore. But then I always think like, man, who's gonna enjoy this? Is someone gonna enjoy my
Some
old
fat ass?
clothes?
Do you take them and throw them? Take this, fatties, and just throw it at the thing. Is it like that?
No, I
No,
gingerly,
do it. We'll do it. You're gonna feel better.
I gingerly give them.
You gingerly.
You know
Take
what's
good
gonna happen
care.
actually? There's gonna be a trend at some point on like TikTok or Etsy or something where girls are gonna take 38 like inseams and fucking like manipulate the shit out of them into some other like garment and wear those. And somebody's gonna walk into whatever Goodwill you donated your clothes to, and they're gonna be like, "Holy shit, I'm gonna be TikTok famous!" And she's gonna make hundreds of TikTok videos of her sewing up your clothes and turning them into new shit, and it's gonna make her famous. So congratulations, Jeremy.
You
This is why you
not.
throw, this is
Good
why you throw
deal.
clothes away.
Good deal.
Take credit.
This is why you throw clothes away instead of donating, so you don't help out TikTokers.
Yeah.
It's a
That's
slippery
good
slope.
enough. I'm gonna support your TikToking way. I don't sanction your buffoonery.
Yeah. Exactly. This is how you don't sanction buffoonery.
Wow, that is
Throw
dramatic.
clothes away. I'll
So
tell
we
you-
watched Three Amigos.
Oh yeah, the amount of people that go through the trash where I work, where I live, you're not throwing anything away. You're just donating
That's
it.
yeah, that's true.
To,
Yeah, but like you're
to
donating it with mustard on it or whatever, right? Like
It's ketchup.
sometimes ketchup.
Did you guys both say that?
I've done relish
Yeah.
a couple of times,
Sometimes mayonnaise.
That's not mayonnaise.
or it's not
sometimes
me.
coffee
Not mayonnaise.
grounds or whatever.
Yikes.
If it's a sock, if there's anything possible. Just saying.
Oh, I don't donate my socks actually, but I usually wear.
Donut socks or underwear.
Harry
That's
Potter.
gross.
Do
It's
that.
gross.
you really outgrow socks. I mean,
No,
socks are socks,
I wear my
right?
I wear
I
my
burned
socks
through them,
until
so
they,
but
yeah.
I've done
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
Because
wear
my
them until
feet-
clothes start putting through, and then that's it.
My feet are so skeletal that they will poke out the heel or the toe eventually.
The heel.
Yeah, even the heel. I'm telling you, my feet are skeletal and they're skinny and
He's
skeletal.
got some
That's-
pretty.
So
fucked
even
up
the
feet.
heel's playing Saturday.
Mm.
Ooh, even the heel.
What is it?
Even the
the heel.
heel.
Even the heel. It's playing
Yeah,
Saturday.
Pretty
Yeah.
good. Pretty good.
Can I get my foot up here?
Probably.
Dude,
Well, this is gonna get us like
Do
20
it.
new viewers.
Oh yeah. No,
Yeah.
Take
Yes.
out the sock.
Well, you gotta
Black
take out
hockey
the sock.
puck
You
or
gotta take out
hockey
the sock. What are you
sticks.
doing?
Speaking of that, the next movie we should do is Lost Boys.
Yeah, exactly.
Lost Boys.
Look at that.
Are we
middle toe, dude.
TOS now?
Look how sharp that heel is. See?
Yeah.
Look at
You
those
see-
toes.
See the edge on this heel?
Killed 2 men with this heel.
Killed 2 men with this heel. I can cut bread and open doors with these heels.
Open doors. What are you doing with your heels?
Is that how you...
Oh.
Daryl's walking around with a
He's gotta
freaking
throw
knife trying to
shit out
open a
there.
door. Like,
Yeah.
there's something
So-
wrong with this thing.
We went to get shoes one time. When we were kids. Our mom took us, and we were at Sears or something. And the guys, remember the foot measurers? You guys ever have your feet measured?
Oh yeah.
In the 80s, they pulled them out as much as possible. They must have just got them in or something. So I remember the guy's measuring our feet. He's measuring our feet. He's got his glass on his nose. He's all, Mrs. Waters, your children's feet are much too narrow. I can't fit them. And so we didn't get
Oh
we didn't
my
get shoes
God.
that day because our feet were
Man.
too narrow, even for Sears.
I
Wow.
can
When
really
I-
envision this Sears lady right now. Like,
That was a guy, and
oh,
it was a Sears guy. And when I go get my boots, my work boots, they have to get special skinny, for snake feet or something. I forget what it is because I have a size 12, but it's like a size 1 width or something. So it's like a size in children's widths, and
You're like a stick drawing.
it's a hockey stick.
Yeah.
It is literally a hockey stick with toes. That I don't know how I stand on these things. I really don't know how I even walk without hobbling around like this. It's really dumb. Doug's got normal sized feet, but me and my my twin brother, we got
like triple E's or something like that because I've got wide feet.
well, we're of 8 kids, and so by Dahl, me and Dahl, they're running out of DNA, I think. And you're just like, we're running
There
out of
wasn't much to
material,
begin with, so
and that's why Derek. Yeah, there wasn't much to begin with, and that's why farting again. That's why Derek is 5'9" because they ran out of height DNA.
Oh,
So, and brain DNA for that matter. By the time I got me and Dahl,
that boy is.
they got skinny feet, no brain. Dirk's short, no brain.
Well, I mean, everyone else is over 6 feet. I mean, you're
Yeah. Well,
5'11".
Doug's
close enough.
me and Doug are about the same height. Yeah.
Yeah, about 5'11".
Okay.
And Doug got a brain, but he also got it damaged a lot from
That's the
falls and
unfortunate
hammers. And,
thing.
balls
Like-
and hammers.
It's like this
the
weird
only smart
magnetism.
one has more. Yeah, got so many concussions as a child. He's like a football player. I don't even know how you're not in a home right now at this point.
Says I'm not.
Right? You should
That's
be.
a fake
Yeah.
background.
Yeah. He says I'm
It's a
not.
fake background. I've actually been Brenting you this whole time.
Yeah.
Oh,
Exactly.
His real
Where do you think I
background, it's
learned it
all
from?
padded white walls.
Exactly.
Where did you
Very
think
easy to key
learn
out.
the ways?
Mhm.
Yeah, Doug's actually sitting in a wheelchair. They're going to wheel him away here in a minute and put
I
him back in his
CGI'd
box.
these arms. My real ones are actually in a straight jacket.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you just see 2 like nurses' hands just yank Doug off screen. He like
Yeah.
fades into the background.
He's like that meme. Okay, Grandma, time to go. For your pills now, or whatever. You guys see that meme?
Yeah.
There we go. That's,
Oh my
that's where
god!
he lives.
Yeah, there it is. Dude
Look
is
at
quick.
that.
Wow.
Dude is
Yeah.
quick.
That's a good background too.
What the
All
heck?
right. Johnny on the spot.
Fortunately, the head injuries tapered when I was about 14 or 15. They went down.
Yeah.
So they were big from about 4 or 5 until about 14, 15.
That's not too
Did
long.
you get hit with a hammer? Is that what I heard?
Just
Sledgehammer,
hammers.
pick hammer,
Ew, multiple kinds
all
of
the
hammers.
hammers.
hit, concrete, asphalt.
come on, Doug. Let's admit this. Most of these were your fault.
Oh, absolutely. About 99%.
I'm kidding. They were totally not your fault. Like,
You
Oh,
guys-
well,
one
if I
time
hadn't
him
been
and Doug,
standing there,
that you put your head in the way of the hammer is what it was. Like him and Danny were fighting over a pitch. We were looking for fossils, duh. And Danny's like, chipping, and Doug's like, "Let me have it now, it's my turn." And he's like, "No," and Danny let it go, and Doug's like, pop right into his own head.
Oh,
Head
four
open.
stitches right there.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And then he
Unfortunately,
fell out of the
helpful
fort.
tip: don't do that because when it's really close to your eye, they can't use like anesthesia. So
Oh,
they have
shoot.
to give you
Sure they
stitches
did.
without anesthesia.
They
Okay.
said, a mother of Doug, do you want the?
Or
it'll be-
either that, or
it'll be
mom just didn't
$100.
want to pay for it.
yeah, it'll be $100 for the kill pills
No thanks.
and $20 without. Like, how about you do it for 10? I'll supply the thread, and that's what happened.
and that's why he had like the pink and white thread.
At least my dad used black on the back when he sewed me up. So
Yeah,
Goodness.
back
Amazing.
of Doug's head looked like a football.
Got the laces.
He had a laced head. He had football head.
Football head.
A laced head.
I
Beat it, football head.
yeah, who yeah, hey football head. And you're like,
Yeah.
you couldn't be offended because it was true. But how many here can say that you've seen the back of your brother's skull? No, I have. I saw
I
Doug's
don't even
skull.
have a brother to look at their skull of.
And I'll tell you
Not
what,
anymore. Because
if I never see another skull, human skull attached to a human body, I'm good. I will never have to see this ever again. Turns out it was really red and gross.
Nice.
So
That sounds right.
I didn't see any fake
then
joints though.
you have to explain to a bunch of drill sergeants why you haven't had brain surgery and you kept it from the army.
Oh, but you
That
have.
was the interesting part when I went to basic training. They shaved my head and they saw this big ass scar. They're like, "You didn't tell anybody about the brain surgery you had." I said, "What are you talking about? This big scar on my head." I said, "Yeah." I told them the story. Nobody believed it.
Yeah.
Really?
What?
They just assumed you had open
They
brain
just assu-
surgery as a more realistic answer.
This is the army, not the best and brightest.
Yeah.
No thanks.
Man.
Like 2-year medic is just like, nah, man, that's brain surgery. Done it
Yeah.
on the battlefield myself.
You can walk it off.
Oh,
It was a 3-pound sledge.
Yeah. Well,
but
speaking
they
of
did it
three, Three Amigos. Should we just give
yeah.
ratings? I think.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think we've
Yeah, let's just go
talked
to it.
Yeah.
I don't know why we couldn't talk about this movie. We just
I
couldn't.
don't
for whatever
know.
reason.
I don't know.
I mean, it's the movie's kind of a given. You've seen it,
Yeah.
you understand it.
Yeah.
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 Not too
There's
deep.
no critical
Doesn't it
analysis.
doesn't
to
evoke
make.
deep conversation like that part when the guy did the thing. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. What
So,
if he wasn't Guapo?
It's just a
Yeah.
lot of really funny lines.
Yeah.
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 Really
Good
funny
time.
That's what this
quotable
lot of
podcast
good
should have been. We
gags.
should have just said every funny line from the movie and then called it a day.
We
lines.
kind of
We
did.
almost did.
Yeah.
All the
we were getting
gags,
there.
yeah.
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 So, I'll go first. I'll give it a 9. It's definitely not my favorite comedy, but it's up there. But yeah, I mean, it does exactly what it sets out to do, right? And it does it all the way through the movie, which is why I rate it highly. So
You've just gone against all internet critics.
I know this was. Wait, what's
It's-
its IMDb?
It's well, Rotten
6.5?
Tomatoes is
6.5, yeah.
45%.
Rotten Tomatoes is totally unreliable.
Yeah,
And
They-
what is that?
It's like The
Metacritic
Last
had
Jedi was
50
good.
something.
What's Metacritic?
It was
Yeah.
like 50 something, I think.
Really?
A bunch of more stuffed shirts who don't know anything.
Yeah.
Stuffed shirts.
Yeah, sure.
Metacritic is literally just an aggregation of all the other reviews.
Stuffed shirts?
Metascore 52.
Dang,
Wow, that's really low.
that's a great
We
movie.
should have
It's
been
better
talking
than
about
the
that.
internet gives
This
it.
movie's
Yeah.
been done dirty. It's not.
Oh yeah.
It's not
It's
a
not
bad movie.
deserving of a 52 out of 100.
Yeah, that is actually really weird. I don't
Really?
get that.
Yeah.
I mean-
I'll go next. I'd give it like a 7. You know, I mean, like it's funny. It's funny all the way through. Like Steve Martin does a great job in the movie. Like there's great one-liners. I don't know what more you could want. It's a feel-good movie.
Yeah, it's fun
Yeah,
watch.
Pretty much.
It's a fun watch. Got swell acting and swell dancing.
And the story
does,
doesn't suck either. Like
It's a good story.
Yeah, the story is coherent. It's not like some comedies where it's just like the story is completely off the rails. It's like, yeah, I understand what's happening. I could
Yeah.
explain it to you. Like, yeah, so yeah, give it like a 7.
Hey, you two. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. I love that
That
part
was
so
so
much. when
good.
it's looking around. It's
That
so
was
brilliant.
So good. They're just squatting down and waiting. Like,
Yeah.
Well, the best part is when they pull to the wide, and he's literally like 6 feet above him.
I know.
He's
Right,
right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like right there. That was the funniest part.
yeah. I'll go. I'll also give it a 7. Really enjoyable. The jokes were super funny. Didn't feel dated really. Story was fine. So it's kind of like middle of the road, really enjoyable comedy. Yeah. Pretty simple.
I also give it a 7. I think I used to give it an 8, but at this point, I've seen that movie so many times. It start halfway through the movie for me starts to feel slow, but it's only because I've seen it a billion. We used to watch it all the time we were kids. So, but that doesn't change how good and how funny it is. I'm just running the gas on it after seeing it so many thousands of times. But no, great movie, fun movie. Fuck it, I'll give it an 8. It's an 8. for sure.
Did you watch it again?
You know, it's funny. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Right before it came on, actually, and I was reading the trivia too, and Steven Spielberg was going to direct it at one time. He wanted Bill Murray actually.
Yeah.
As one of the Amigos. So.
Amigos.
He's one of the funny guys at the time, right? So.
He would have been a terrible.
Yeah, I heard it was going to be Steve Martin.
Yeah, I know, Ben.
He wanted Steve Martin, Bill Murray, and Robin Williams.
Yeah,
that would be an ensemble cast.
There would have been like one.
That's the same
amigo.
cast.
Yeah. One guy would have been like, wait a minute, what is this? This is one amigo.
Yeah, they all think
that would have been like that
Mo.
Spider-Man meme where they're all pointing at each other.
Yeah, I'm the Mo. I hate Robin Williams so much. Sorry. Rip.
Love him.
Robin Williams is great.
Rip. I mean, the things that he's good in are great. But I hated his stand-up. We were talking about this. I hated his stand-up. I hated all his zaniness. His buffoonery.
Yeah, you know, I like Robin Williams movies, but I've never liked his stand-up. So I get.
I don't
know what the disconnect is. Between...
sanction his buffoonery.
I dislike the personal behavior he exhibited in interviews and stand-up. It's just annoying, and there's constant tangents, so no one could actually talk and have a conversation.
Yeah,
it's like, dude, but
like
he's fantastic in movies.
Yeah, exactly. And he's great. He was a great actor. Great actor. His serious stuff was amazing. So.
Oh yeah.
Good Will Hunting is a great film.
Yeah. But skip Patch Adams if you can. Not great.
I will.
Dead Poet Society.
Dead Poet Society is amazing, and he is amazing in it. Great movie, and he's awesome in it. So.
They're really good in Groundhog's Day.
Yeah, Groundhog's Day. There were multiple Punxsutawney Phils in that film. Did you know there was 30 groundhogs? That's why it's Groundhog's Day.
No, it's the day of the groundhog, Daryl. It's a Groundhog's Day.
Yeah. Did they? Was anybody casted in that movie too? You fuck.
Listen.
So it costed them a lot of money.
It costed how much they casted. They had it casted, and it costed you fuck. Anyway.
God dang it. Whatever.
That's funny.
Sorry, I gotta bust your balls.
We had to make Ben. We have to get Ben mad.
Yeah, he didn't get mad. He didn't really get mad once.
No.
I've literally just been sitting here pushing everybody's buttons. This is actually
yeah.
This is like the control seat episode.
He's producing this one. Doug.
Speaking of producing, Doug. Yeah.
I like it. It's a simple premise where they can focus on the jokes. You know, because when the story is simple enough and it's very straight line, doesn't really veer off too much. I mean, even though the singing bush and the invisible swordsman, but it's just another joke. And so again, they can focus on being funny. They can focus on the dialogue and the interaction and all of its. I mean, there's very few. If there are any misses on this movie, there's very few anyway. You know, I mean, John Landis directing, Randy Newman doing music.
I forgot that's like Landis.
And then, you know, Chevy Chase, Martin Short, and Steve Martin just all came in and gave, I mean, just like outstanding. We're each doing their own thing. And not all of them, either part or together, have done that since. So, and again, this was back in 1986. So I think that, as we pointed out, this movie sort of took from other movies, but many movies have also sort of taken from this one.
Well, I think when you're doing comedy, you can take many liberties, right?
Yeah,
so.
yeah. So anyway, like I said, I like it a lot. I'll give it a 9.
Well, like you're saying, Doug, it's like all three of them were idiots, but there were still 3 different characters.
Yeah, and I mean, you can kind of identify with which place they're doing. You know, Steve Martin's kind of the leader and the smart one, and Ned is sort of the brave one, and
he's a child actor,
and Dusty Bottoms, and Dusty Bottoms is just dumb. So
Dusty Bottoms.
So, like I said, it's a very simple story, a simple premise, so that they can focus on the funny, and I like that because you don't get complicated. You don't get, and that's also one of the reasons why it doesn't really run out of gas. Is, you know, they don't have to worry about, well, where's this going? What's this doing? Hey, do we need to, you know, it's all silly and stupid and stupid in a good way. So like I said, they can all focus on what's funny. I think that's important. And many comedies don't do that because they want to be philosophical, or they want to be a dramedy, or they want to be this or that. And this is just a simple, stupid comedy that mimics a lot of old comedies. You know, I think we've mentioned the Three Stooges a number of times, and it's sort of like on that level. Sort of 80s Stooges, if you will, but a lot of their comedy was more verbal than the Stooges, where most of the Stooges was just slapstick.
Yeah.
And so I think this was definitely an elevation, because a lot of this, as stupid as many of these jokes were, a lot of them you had to listen, and a lot of them are very intelligent jokes.
That's true.
Very well written. Obviously, I mean, the pacing, the timing, everything, you know, was much more important than making some kind of deep statement, which I appreciate. I mean, sometimes that's what you want. Sometimes you do want the philosophy of life. You're not going to get any of that from this movie. You're just not, you know, but you are going to get some laughs. You are going to get, I'm certainly still satisfied. And much like Daryl, I've seen it hundreds of times, but I still never get bored of it. I haven't seen it in a while. But for me, it's just a simple, funny movie.
Yeah, I think I would also give it a 7. I thought it's funny you mentioned the slapstick, because one of the things about this movie is it does have a lot of slapstick in it, and it's really funny slapstick. But also, like, I started watching this movie, and initially I was doing something. I think I was cooking dinner or whatever. And pretty early on, I realized, like, oh, you actually have to watch and pay attention to this movie to catch the jokes. They're not all just going to be said right out loud in your face. And so I actually, like, closed my laptop, finished cooking dinner, and I was like, I got to sit down and actually watch it, because it is a good blend. I like that. I like that it's a good blend of it's got the slapstick, which honestly you don't really see a lot of these days anymore, like just good regular funny slapstick. But also a lot of jokes like lips is fine and stuff like that are just like, that's so funny. Like, how'd you come up with that? And you have to kind of listen for them. So I like the blend of the two. I love Steve Martin. He has never let me down.
That time Jeremy was really low, right? And Steve Martin, he was on the phone, showed up,
right there,
held his head.
Yeah.
Gotcha, Jeremy. Steve Martin here. It'll never let you
down. Yeah. And he has some of the funniest lines in the movie. I think they all have funny moments, but his monologues and that El Guapo speech at the end had me busting up. So no, this was a great movie. First time I've ever seen it. I will definitely watch it again. So yeah, solid 7. Firm
7.
Nice. Firm 7.
Did you go, Brent?
Yeah, I gave a 7 as well. Yeah,
okay, cool.
We're in the 7 club.
7 club, nice. Cool. There you go, Three Amigos. What are we gonna do for next week?
The first suggestion was Galaxy Quest.
We said Galaxy Quest, especially because you haven't seen it, Damon.
I haven't seen that.
I think you would really like it.
Yeah.
I've seen Galaxy Quest.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Some people actually call Galaxy Quest the second best Star Trek movie.
Yeah.
That's what's going down. Behind the obvious first.
What's
Wrath of Khan.
Wrath of Khan.
Yeah, always fucking classic.
What's the one where they have to save the whales?
Oh, that's the fourth
one. Voyage Home.
Number 4.
The fourth one.
Yeah, that's
fucking. Don't you talk shit about those whales?
Are you guys Trek?
I love the fourth one.
Oh, you know, we should say this for next week, but okay.
Why we've been talking about shit the whole time. I love
them. As that Gerald in Trekkie says, I'm not into that Trekkie debacle.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's a different tobacco. That's a different tobacco, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I enjoy both Star Wars and Star Trek. I wouldn't necessarily call myself a fan of either, but
they're very different. Yeah, like Star Wars is a lot more heavy, and then Star Trek is a lot more adventure. So they're completely different things. They just have.
You just said that so incorrectly. What?
Yeah, I think you have it totally backwards.
A lot more heavy, and Star Trek is a lot more.
Star Wars is a lot more dramatic, and I think Star Trek is a lot more tactical and scientific.
Yeah. Star Trek is
as opposed to Star Wars is very
philosophical.
Star Trek is way heavier in my mind.
Star Wars is just those are fantasy films.
Okay, maybe I should say.
And they got their depth. I'm not saying they don't have their depth.
Well, the difference is like Star Trek. Not everything is hanging on Captain Kirk to get his shit together and go save the day. Whereas in Star Wars, it's kind of like Luke is the chosen one. Or not really.
Because the theme of Star Trek is Captain Kirk goes and tries to fuck aliens.
Yeah,
yes,
okay.
an alien fucker.
Yeah, Luke never did that.
And really, if you watch,
there's a lot more hinging
Captain
on
Kirk
Luke being
talks
successful.
To God.
Finally we got him.
But the universe isn't hanging on that.
We do not get past 4. He does not talk to God. It's a bunch of shit. Spock does not have a half brother. Fuck all that shit. Now the first,
it's just cue. Another cue. Yeah. It's just another.
Fuck all that shit.
Fuck all that shit. And if you watch the first one, the motion picture, that one is a trippy ass, very heavy, very deep movie.
It is
long. And I really love the motion picture. Very different. And I'm so glad they went the direction they did with them. In fact, they threw Harv Bennett off the set for the Wrath of Khan because he wanted to be more head trippy and stuff like the first one. Because he was very involved in the first movie, and they're like, "No, we want fun now, so you're off." They threw him off the set, and but the Wrath of Khan is still, even though I love the motion picture, and they're two vastly different films. Wrath of Khan is absolutely hands down the best Star Trek film, the most fun. It's got the best score, best lines. I mean, we fucking lose Spock. I remember being 10 or 8 or 15 or whatever it was, Doug, and crying my fucking eyes out because Spock died.
Well, let's see. That was 82. You would have been what, like 10?
So it's 10.
So you would have been what, to third time through kindergarten?
Third time through kindergarten. Exactly what it was.
Exactly before George W. Bush took office.
Yeah, before I think Lincoln was still in office. And all of us.
82 would have been Ronald Reagan.
Didn't you say you were like 8 years old when you watched Three Amigos?
You understand.
Doing some time travel in there.
Here's the thing. I don't remember a lot of things, but all my stories, when I was telling my stories of my childhood to my kids growing up, everything was I was 8 years old. They just made it simple. So it doesn't matter if I was 15 or 4. Everything happened when I was 8, just to simplify. So
8's a good age.
It was the best year of my life. I have no memory of it, but everything happened that year. I can tell you that right now.
Very eventful year. All right, so
but there's only Galaxy Quest. There's only 4 Star Trek films.
Okay. You made your point.
Rest of them can kiss my ass.
Star Trek Nemesis.
Nemesis, yeah.
With Tom Hardy.
I like Nemesis.
Actually, the reboot. I like the reboot.
Yeah, Tom Hardy's a skinny Picard.
Really?
Oh yeah.
That was back when Tom Hardy did drugs before he got clean and got bulky.
He's still on drugs.
Was he all?
Just on roids.
Yeah. Just healthy drugs.
Just steroids.
Not like heroin.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Was he all crashing this plane? Did he say that? And did he also say, "What makes you think you're in charge"? Did he say that? on the captain of the boat.
I forgot he was in Nemesis.
Are you ready young for another picture drop in a second?
Yes.
I think so, yeah.
Hold on.
Here you go with Hardy in Nemesis.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
I have seen this picture.
Look at that nib.
You know who he looks like? He looks like that Russian guy.
Oh, the Frollo guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy. I love that guy. He looks like that guy.
He does kind of.
Huh.
So weird. He just needs that weird, head.
He's very skinny, very young.
Yeah, I don't think he looks good that skinny.
Yeah,
he does not look well.
Did he inject the heroin into his chin? He's got that.
Here's him when he actually was on heroin.
Pop the dent in his chin.
Same movie.
Yeah.
Right.
So what is he, a
Yikes.
Borg or something?
He was a
Cenobite?
Romulan clone of Picard.
A Romulan clone.
Weird.
Yeah.
Picard gets to be a Borg. He becomes a Romulan.
See, this is when I said Star Trek is a little bit more adventure. This is what I meant.
Mm-hmm.
Because
adventurous. Yeah.
I enjoy all the Star Trek movies. All
and so do I. I have nothing against them.
Single one.
That's what I'm saying. They're
Even
two
the
different
next
things.
generation ones, they
Yeah.
were good ones. They were good
Yeah.
ones. Like
First
the one
Contact was
with the First
enjoyable.
Contact is good.
Yeah.
With Farmer Hoggett as the
Mhm.
guy who invents space travel or whatever,
Yeah.
and the Vulcans see it. Oh, what's the one where he is the Romulan, not Romulan, but the Borg? That one's pretty good.
Yeah.
Borg face or whatever.
Is that
Can't remember the
Nemesis
name.
or
No.
Nemesis.
is that interaction or
Nemesis.
something?
I got the name of that one.
But I was never a big fan of TNG, as the kids call it. So we weren't Trekkies, or we were Trekkies, not Trekkers. I don't remember what it is now. But
Man, that actually is my favorite. I love the next
You
generation.
know, I've seen
Really?
all the Star Treks except
Shut
Deep
up,
Space
Wesley.
Nine, and
Sorry.
not for any reason. Deep Space Nine is like one of the best, but I honestly haven't seen past the first season. And at some
Number
point,
one.
I'm gonna go rewatch it.
engage
Yeah.
on my butt. That was I just couldn't get in line for that terrible show.
I'm engaging in number 2.
I love when you ever see that video of, shut up, Wesley. That's pretty great.
That's
I like Make It So. That's
Make
my
it
favorite.
so. That was pretty good
Make It
too.
So.
Yeah. Number 1, I'm gonna go take a number 2. Make it so.
Is that a light chicken gravy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. That's a great joke. What's the word again they're talking about?
Nada.
Nada. Is that a light
In
chicken
all those
movie?
Mexican
Oh, yeah.
movies you made, you ever hear the word nada?
Oh,
A light
yeah.
chicken gravy. It means nothing.
That's right.
I love Martin Short's like, oh yeah, that's what it is. Take the
I'd
Amigos
like to
clothes.
continue to work for free, Mr. Fluke.
God damn. All right. I think we got it. Yeah.
Yep, I gotta go.
We're
get
doing
some chicken. So yeah, so
Yeah,
Galaxy
all
Quest
right.
for next week.
Nice.
Because
Yeah.
this would be a great. Yeah, I need to watch that movie. I feel remiss that I have not seen that movie. So I have to-
Yeah.
It's got Tim
Renege.
Allen. man.
Surprising.
Renege on my.
Yeah.
I mean,
Not
Sam
Adam
Rockwell
Sandler.
alone
He's great.
Yeah.
in it.
is
So
a
good,
reason
yeah.
to watch it.
All right, there we go. That's what
Sweet.
we're doing. This
Sick.
is the We Like This podcast. You can follow us on Instagram at WLT Podcast. Discord link is down below, so you can click on that and join our Discord, where I will eventually put the movie. I think I got Three Amigos in there. No, I don't think I did, but I will get this one. So next week, 8:00 Central, 6:00 Pacific, and then hopefully I'll have my brain by then. We'll see. I don't know. I
Oh,
got a
that's-
haircut. so
Where
everything-
is Danon's
it's a little bit
brain?
light.
Yeah.
It's a little bit light on the old head region, so maybe that's throwing me off.
Where is Danon's mind?
Where's my
Where is Danon's mind?
That's a great song.
All right. And oh, I meant no. Oh, shit, I almost clicked the wrong thing. See, I almost ended the fucking Zoom call again. I did that one time.
Yeah,
Now
like,
I'm ending